I'm here at the Tropical Zoo in Randers, Jutland, that's in Denmark. Last time I was here in Randers, we went and had to extract a tooth on a jaguar. But they also had an issue with their hyena. So we went and checked out the hyena and took some x-rays of its teeth. Next stop is checking out some hyena teeth, possible fractures. So we'll see, we'll take some x-ray, make a treatment plan. The caretakers have seen some possible fractures, so we're gonna anesthetize them and check it out. This is Jayla, she's 7 years old, and we put a contraption in the mouth because safety first. It has an extremely dangerous bite, and even though it's sedated or anesthetized, the jaw tone is one of the last things to disappear, and if it bites down, it can lock. So we don't want to get our fingers in there, so we're gonna have a look and check out these teeth that may be fractured. Der er så et hul i nerven her. Det er der også der. Ja. Det er jo alle fire. It seems like it's about 6 centimeters. So we will need the long files, 120 millimeters, if we should do endodontic treatment here. We can see that the canine teeth all have complicated fractures, and it has some reaction periapically here. So the treatment of choice for this tooth would be endodontic treatment, so root canal. Whereas if we look at this other canine tooth here, you can see the apex is open and reaction here, so this is not a candidate for a root canal. So that's why we do the x-ray, to make sure that we're doing the appropriate treatment.
Hello, my name is Brian and I'm the Vice Director here in Randers Rainforest. Randers Rainforest is a tropical zoo with an indoor rainforest and an outdoor exhibit with how Denmark has been through time, when Denmark was kind of like Africa, with hyenas and lions and elephants and all kinds of other animals. And today we're here in this lovely winter weather to look at our hyenas.
Og først når den ligger der på systemet, og vi er glade, så kan I finde med alt det udstyr, jeg har.
Metasolam, atropin og protofanol.
Ja.
Og en ketamin 10 minutter efter.
Okay.
Den er det der, den der accessory-ting, og den ligger herovre. Nå, kan jeg godt begynde at prøve at skære lidt? My attempt is to try to get it out closed, so without making a big flap. And I brought some thing called a magnetic mallet that could help with that. And it shoots a blade in 1 millimeter at a time. And I have a colleague who uses it for polar bears and tigers. So we'll see if it works for something like this. I think a combination of the vet tome and the magnetic mallet works quite well. The vet tome will lead the way, and the magnetic mallet comes in with brute force and just hammers this elevation piece down between the tooth and bone. But it's still quite difficult. So this is called the vet tome, and it's like a jackhammer movement, so this blade gets pushed into the periodontal ligament space to loosen this tooth. And I can feel that it engages quite nicely. I could have used a longer blade though. See, the tooth is already becoming a little bit mobile. So now we'll switch to one of the large elevation blades here. Okay.
Hold da kæft. Den er helt smadret helt ned for enden. Ja. Ja.
Okay. Jeg kan godt se, at den får banket lidt ned i.
Ja, okay.
Nå, tag den ud.
Mobbedreng, eller hvad? Human hand.
Så skal jeg lige... Jeg kan ikke få de der registrationssæt, der ligger lige der i den blå.
Den er faktisk ekstrem, men...
Og så noget saltvand, vil du? Så skal jeg lige have saltvand. Kan du bare lige få lyst også?
Ja, de burde være... Det er fordi, der er ikke en forhåndsindstillet til PRF, så vi prøver at spænde den nu, indtil det ligner noget, der er det.
It's not the prettiest plated rich fibrin plot that I was hoping for, but it's absolutely better than just nothing and better than just pure blood. So we'll take what we can get. Oops. So. In the contrary to creating a big flap, getting this tooth out, I wanted to try a more conservative approach where I didn't have to wake it up with a huge flap. There was a lot of stitches that could come undone, and so I think it's less painful waking up from this because it doesn't. I didn't drill a lot and I didn't release a lot of periosteum, and it can return to eating normal eating behavior faster. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead with the root canal. I'm just gonna open the orifice just a little bit so I can get my files in, and we'll start working on it. Okay, so now I'll go with the hand files and establish a working length first. And this pulp is necrotic and dead, and we see a periapical lucency apically on this tooth. So now I'm going to find out how deep this goes. So we've established the working length. It was 56 millimeters, but I bought the 120 millimeter files, so maybe that was overkill. At least I was prepared. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and use them because it looks cool. I don't want to make it too large because then we'll decrease the strength of the tooth. But I also don't want to make necessarily another entrance because that will also decrease the strength of the crown part. So I'm trying to waver the pros and cons of everything here. So we're going to flush the canal now with the hypochlorite. So this is very important for the disinfection process. Og det må ikke komme ind i munden, så det skal suge rigtig meget. And we need 20 minutes of contact time. If we have that, then we're quite sure it's nice and clean. And this will dissolve all organic matter. This is just for drying the canal. Yeah. We're gonna dry the canal and then we'll try the master cone, which is the biggest gutta-percha cone. So I'm mixing some MTA and I'm gonna put it down at the root apex to serve as an extra disinfection. Og vi skal have vores fyldningsmateriale. So this is the Guttaflow BioSeal that I'm going to use to obturate the canal along with a gutta-percha point. I'm just going to go ahead and disinfect it here in the solution, make sure it's clean. So I'm gonna go in with this and try to get it all the way to the apex. Then I'll go in with this one and then fill the whole canal. And you have to press quite hard. Nej. Okay. And then express slowly while I keep expressing it. Pull it back. Shit, det gør ondt i hånden.
Ja, det var derfor, vi spurgte.
For jeg kan ikke. And now this one needs to go back in. Og så skal vi have røntgen efter det. Sådan. Og så krydser vi fingre og beder. Nå, fedt. All right, great obturation.
Yes.
So now we just have to go with the restoration part. So I'm gonna use this. Okay, so now we have to clean the entrance here from any gutta-percha left so we can make our restoration. Yeah. Og så et røntgenbillede, Per.
Og det forventer du så næste gang, at det er
Ja,
blevet bedre?
hvis den er succes, og vi har fået... Det er jo fordi, der hele tiden ligger bakterier.
Ja, selvfølgelig.
Så vil den faktisk blive mindre.
Ja.
Og så vil den forsvinde helt. So I just got done with the treatment of this hyena. This has been incredibly fun for me to do this, and a nice opportunity to come here and help this patient. I'm very happy with how things went today. I did a great extraction and we closed the alveolus with a bunch of PRF and hyaluronic acid and a nice blood clot, so this should heal very quickly. I did a root canal on the lower canine, and if I should say myself, I think it's a perfect root canal. It went very great. I'm very happy with the result. So if the endodontic treatment was successful, we will know that later, because then right now there's a periapical lucency, and this should disappear with a successful endodontic treatment. So we'll be back to take some new x-rays in about 6 months to check if everything is okay. If you enjoyed watching this video, then I have another one that may interest you. This is an extraction of a canine tooth in a jaguar. Just click this link right here to go straight and watch this video.